everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this look for you right here using a kind of purple bronze pigment, some graphic liner, very orange tones. So if you would like to see how I created this makeup look then please carry on watching. Before you do, if you do enjoy this video please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. Follow me on social medias, which are shivonmakeupbiz on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. And without further ado, let's just carry on into the video. I've just had a really big coffee, so it might be a little bit all over the place, just as a heads up. So I've already popped on my base. This is the P. Louise base in Rumour number 2. And then I've just done my brows. Recently I haven't even been putting any product through my brows, just the Revolution Soap Brow styler. I don't have like any product in the brows, just as a FYI if you wanted to know. So I'm going to take the Morphe James Charles palette. I actually quite like doing tutorials like this sometimes apart from the review videos because I'm just kind of like dishing out my products and playing around with my collection. I'm going to start off by taking a MAC 217, I think this is called. All the writing has like rubbed off. I've had this brush for years. And I am going to take the shade 10% off from the James Charles palette, which is right here. It's a really warm, like medium to dark toned brown shade. Okay, so I'm just going to start by popping this in the outer kind of section of the crease. So I've just loaded up my brush. Just going to smooth away any creasing. And I'm just going to start by kind of pressing this into the outer corner. I'm going to be cutting the crease, so it's going to look a little bit messy, but then I'll clean it up. Okay, now I'm going to take that all the way through the crease. Pushing that in to begin with, like a little wiggle to push that into the socket. So now I've kind of loaded up the crease. I'm just going to keep adding some more product until I'm happy with the intensity of the shadow. I'm just going to wiggle my brush a little bit. It's already starting to blend out on the edges. Then I'm going to take the shade 518, which is the orange shade in the palette right here. And I'm taking that on a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Diviner brush. Do you know, I think the orange is probably my most used shade in the palette by the looks of like how far the pan's gone in. So I just tapped off the excess again. And I'm going to use this to blend out that kind of warm brown. Pushing that on, and then we'll go back through the colours a few times. Pushing that on top of that dark brown. Just wiggling my brush back and forth to give it a little blend. Then going back into that super like warm dark brown, just re-intensifying the crease. And then one more time with the orangey shade. Okay, I'm just going to switch to this skinny blending brush, the Morphe M562. And I'm going to take this very like creamy yellow shade right here called Tune to blend out the orange. I've just loaded up my brush and I'm just going to blend out the edge of that orange very softly. And right on that inner corner as well. Really like this blend, it's very autumnal. Okay, happy with that. Okay, I'm just going to do my trusty cotton bud and micellar water trick. Just load up the cotton bud to cut the crease with micellar water. Tap it off so it's not like dripping wet because it would just mess the whole thing up. And then I'm just going to make sure the tape's down properly and then cut the crease. I'm just going to kind of push that into the socket and pull it round. And then take the dry side just to make sure there's not like dripping micellar water on my eye. I always leave this bit like still with shadow on it just so it's easier to create a little bit of depth on the outer corner. But now I'm like I might get rid of it. So I'm going to do something different and just get rid of this outer corner as well. And I'm going to take the shadow that I'm putting on the lid all the way across. Cool. I'm going to take the brush that I used to prime my lid, which is this brush from Makeup International. I'm really sorry I can't find it anywhere online, but a skinny concealer brush is perfect for this. So I'm just going to take my P. Louise base, which is here, and I'm going to pop some onto the lid and just use it to cut the crease, being very careful to make it as neat as possible. Popping a little bit on the brush, literally just like tiny amount. I'm just going to pop this onto the lid, like the main part of the lid, just to kind of get the product down, and then start kind of like pulling it up and patting it in towards that line that I have created. Okay, I think that's as neat as I'm going to get it with slightly trembly caffeine fueled hands. So this is the part I'm quite excited for. I have this pigment from Sculpt Cosmetics, which is a very like independent business, and I'm taking the shade Ume or and it's this beautiful like purpley orange duochrome kind of pigment. Like in some lights it looks purple, some it's orange, some it's kind of brown. I thought this could be beautiful with this look that I have in mind, so I'm going to pop this all across that lid, like all the way to the outer corner. Yeah, so obviously because it's a pigment I've got to be careful with this so I don't get it everywhere. Probably the worst day to have a really strong coffee, but there we go. So I'm going to take a setting spray. This is the Shop Miss A setting spray, and you will do. So I'm going to spritz the shader brush with some setting spray, just 2 or 3 spritzes. Not too much, but just enough to help pick up the pigment. And then I'm just going to go into the pigment here. Oh my god, I've got it everywhere already, just breathing. So I'm just going to pop this on top of that base. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go quiet for this section because I'm kind of getting the pigment everywhere. Okay, I can breathe. So on the eye it almost looks very like gunmetal, I want to say, like that reflective like purpley shade. In the pan you see more orange reflex. It's quite an interesting pigment, but I do like the way it looks. I think I'm going to spice it up with some liner. I'm actually going to go in with a neon orange liner. This is the Suva Beauty Hydra FX Acid Trip Liner. You basically just wet it and then use like an angle brush or something to draw. So I'm going to draw a wing liner and then take it kind of halfway into that crease line to neaten it up a little bit. So I'm just taking some water. This isn't a Revolution spray, this is now water. I've just reused the bottle. I've got some water in there, and I'm just going to go in with this brush from Sigma. This is the E11 Eyeliner Brush. Just make sure it's a decent, like, non kind of too runny consistency. Here we go. I'm going to do quite a thick line because I'm putting eyelashes on. I actually quite like that. It's quite like graphic and cool. I don't think I've done a look like this before. I'm just going to use the mirror to fan it dry. I'm just going to peel off the tape. Okay, we've got a little bit of a drop, but we'll clean that up. Oh, I hiccuped. I'm just going to pop a liner through the waterline. This is an orange. This is the Revolution Vice Hypocrisy eyeliner. I can't find it on their website, but an orange pencil will do. I'm just going to pop this in the waterline. It actually kind of looks a little bit red on, but I quite like it. Okay, this look is coming together. Okay, I'm just going to take a cotton bud that I've just put some micellar water on, and I'm just going to clean up that little drop here so it's nice and sharp. I'm just taking a tiny little drop of the P. Louise base and I'm just going to prime underneath my eye. To be honest, it's probably a little bit too much product, just to kind of make it look intense and like have less chance of creasing. So I'm just going to blend that underneath the eye, pull it down, go under the wing a little bit so I can kind of sharpen that up. I'm going to go back to my James Charles palette and take that warm dark brown and just pack that underneath the lash line where we've just put that P. Louise base, to start by packing that on. For lashes, I'm just going to give them a little curl with these eyelash curlers that are from Shein, just a little squeeze. And then pop on some mascara. This is the Bella Pierre Pompous Lash Mascara. My hand just like went, caffeine. I'm now going to pop on some super dramatic lashes. These are the Land of Lashes. That's eyelash glue, so they don't look the nicest, but I've used them a few times. They are in the style Glam, and they are like super big lashes with like more drama on the outer corner. They're kind of spiky, so I'm going to go ahead and pop these on off camera, do the other eye, clean up that mascara mess, and we'll be right back. So lashes are on. I actually love this look. I love the fact because the lashes are really big, you get this like pop of orange and like the pigment when you like blink. Yeah, I'm into it. So we're going to run through the face fairly quickly. So I'm just going to start by priming the skin with the Shop Missy primer spray. Give that a little fan dry. For foundation, I'm taking the Wonder 2 Last Time foundation in the shade Sand on a spicy choco to hair blend sponge. I'm just going to bounce this all over the skin. For concealer, I'm going to take the 102 Last Time Foundation Concealer in the shade 20 Medium on this little P. Louise brush just to apply it. I'm going to pop some on my chin, a little bit on the forehead and then under the eyes. And then of course blend it in with the same sponge. Now I'm going to do some light cream contouring / bronzing with the Shop Missy Sculpt Effects Contour Stick in the shade Latte, just going under my cheekbones, a little bit under my jaw and like around the top of my forehead. Then I'm going to set all of this into place with the Rumour Stay Matte Press Powder in the shade Peach Glow. Then I'm going to pop on some bronzer. This is the MUA Bronzed Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Solar 100 on this big fluffy brush from Spicy Choco. Spicy Choco. For blush, to go with the orange theme, I'm going to take the Sleek Blush by 3 Lace Palette, and I think it's called Chantily. I think, but it is the orangey coral shade right here, and I'm going to pop that onto my cheeks using a Sigma Spotlight Duster brush. Then I'm going to take the Shop Missy setting spray and set this all into place. Then for highlight, I'm going to take the Sleek Makeup Highlighting Palette in the shade Copperplate, which has more like bronzy tones, and oh my god, I'm going to take this gold shade right here to highlight. Probably a little bit too dark for my skin, but it's fine, we'll fix it with the blush. I'm just going to take my blush brush and just go over the top to kind of like blur it in a little bit. I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. I've switched to the Revolution Pro Faux Effect Wide Eye Mascara just because I feel like the Bella Pierre one is going to go really clumpy on the bottom because it's quite a thick consistency, whereas this has quite a skinny brush. So I'm just going to pop this onto my lower lashes. For lips, we're going in with a Ready Orange lip. I haven't done like a bold, have I? No, I did a red lipstick recently. For lips, I'm going to take the MUA lip liner in the shade Fancy. Then to finish off this orange look, I'm going to take my MUA Satin lipstick in the shade Trophy. And this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I do actually really like this makeup look, and I definitely want to experiment with that kind of like graphic liner in the crease a little bit more. I like it, and that pigment is gorgeous. It's definitely more purple when you put it on the lid, but that's the thing with duochromes, you do have to experiment with them, but it does work. I feel like purple and orange, because they're kind of contrasting colours, really work together. So yeah, I'm really into this look. I probably would pair it with a nude to make it more wearable, or just maybe take off the graphic line and you've got a wearable glam look. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me, and if you've made it this far, well done. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video, and follow me on my social medias, which are shivonmakeupbiz on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye!